XH558 is the world's only remaining flight-worthy example of an Avro-Vulcan, one of the main peacekeeping aircraft of the Cold War era, and certainly one of the most memorable. After her retirement from active service with the Royal Air Force, she flew with the Vulcan display flight, a favourite at British airshows. With tremendous support from the public, the Vulcan to the Sky Trust have been restoring her, and have now reached the exciting stage of air tests. Today was her third test flight, and saw her flying from RAF Cottesmore in Rutland back to her current home in Bruntingthorpe, Leicestershire. Before the flight, supporters who had travelled from far and wide to watch from Cottesmore's surrounding fields were lucky enough to hear from David Thomas and Mike Pollitt.
Moving down towards Cambridge, do some work down there, up to Cambridge, go overhead Marham, Hagen, do a fly past at Marham, and then working with Newcastle because normally this air test they want to have a communication with us, and then working with Newcastle, do radio check, various ranges, then shoot Newcastle, back towards Marham, more work with Marham, another place at Cambridge, and then working for 2 hours, 2 hours, Brilliant, brilliant. Good to see you.
What's that? There's 21 pictures, all mate. This is the last permit flight test flight. And then we will get marshals to do a lot of paperwork. It will take about 4 weeks to forward it to the CAA. The CAA have promised that they will try and turn around the paperwork quickly, and hopefully we'll get a permit to fly. The permit to fly will then permit us to start training the aircrew for the display service. And but we don't know the time frame of that. What we're still aiming for is we'd be delighted to do the air show at Cosford on the 1st of April, and then we haven't even ascertained how many air shows we can do because we are a bit fatigue limited this season, and so we've got to keep basically the display to pretty simplistic, not too much cheap. Still, I think to be able to do some vertical manoeuvres which are not too demanding on the airframe. But we've got to protect the airframe. We've got some work to do on the leading edge of the wing in that vicinity, probably, hopefully in the winter of 09-2010. But there's no guarantee that BAE can get drawings done by that period. We may have to push that back a year. So we are a bit limited in the first 2, possibly 3 years of her life. The aim is to do 10 years in the display circuit and then donate the aircraft to a museum. That hasn't been decided quickly. So that's the game. All right.
Thank you very much. All of the museums are very short, we'll get around that then, go into the main flow. Won't be my problem. No, go on. Really excuse us because I think we've got to go to the Safety Commander's news brief, so we'll see you enough.
Sorry guys, Gareth, Mr. Mike here.
Look, talk to you later.
You got your own personal escort?
Yeah.
It's just something on there. It's just something on there, so... I don't remember it now, but yeah, so I will do a tick now.
David!
Oh, it's a different
Shortly after her impressive takeoff, pilots David Thomas and Martin Withers turned XH558 back towards the Cottesmore runway. At first we were delighted we would be able to watch her gracing the skies above us for a while longer, but it soon became apparent, however, that there was a problem. Her starboard undercarriage door was refusing to close.
Watch, here it comes.
After a few circuits trying to free up the sticky door, the pilots decided to curtail the air test and take her home to Brunty, where they landed her gently and safely, deploying her brake parachute on touchdown.